Forbes Middle East reveals its 20 women behind Middle East tech brands list, and Wall Street sees losses on strong U.S. economic data. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Forbes Middle East has released its annual ranking of the most successful 20 women behind Middle Eastern tech brands for 2023. For the second consecutive year, iMiles founder and CEO Rita Huang Zhen tops the ranking. Mums World's Mona Ataya and Lina Khalil and Agritech Red Sea's Dirya Baran round up the top three. These entrepreneurs have not only established robust tech-enabled platforms, but are also pushing the boundaries of creativity, innovation, and impact in their industries. View the full list on ForbesMiddleEast.com. Egypt's foreign exchange reserves rose to $34.81 billion in June, rising by $146 million from May, according to central bank figures. Egypt is grappling with a shortage of foreign currency after the pandemic stopped tourism, and the Ukraine war compounded the problem by elevating food prices and discouraging foreign investment. Egypt has devalued its currency 3 times since March last year, while the current exchange rate with the U.S. dollar stands at 30.9 Egyptian pounds. The 4 deputy governors of Lebanon's central bank warned of taking appropriate action if a new governor isn't appointed promptly, as Riyad Salameh's term ends this month. The 4 may all resign, aiming to pressure the appointment of a replacement and avoid accountability for the consequences of Salameh's departure. Analysts say the 4 deputies may not agree with his policies and prefer not to bear responsibility for the central bank circulars issued since the beginning of the financial crisis in October 2019. Wall Street stocks dropped overnight following strong U.S. economic data that boosts the chances of more interest rate hikes. One report showed the U.S. added 497,000 jobs last month, more than double the expected amount. Another report showed solid growth in the services sector, again suggestive of a growing economy. The Dow Jones finished down 1.1%, the S&P 500 dropped 0.8%, and the Nasdaq lost 0.8%. Some analysts say the market is primed for a pullback after a strong first half. Multiple analysts upgraded their outlook for Meta stock in the first hours following its Threads launch. It suggests Meta could soon add another $150 billion in market valuation, despite its buzzy new platform having no revenue prospects yet. Several analysts have upgraded their price targets for Meta up to $350 per share. Meta closed the last session down 0.81% at just under $292. Analysts say Meta timed the launch well given issues at Twitter and appetite for an alternative option. Meanwhile, an attorney for Twitter has accused Meta of misusing the company's trade secrets and other intellectual property to create its threads. The Twitter rival has drawn millions of signups since its launch on Wednesday. Twitter's attorney accuses Mark Zuckerberg and his company of hiring dozens of former Twitter employees to create threads with the specific intent of using their insider information to develop the app. In a letter, he demanded Meta immediately stop using any Twitter trade secrets. Samsung Electronics says it expects Q2 operating profit to fall by 95.7% year-on-year to $458 million. That's its lowest level in 14 years. It comes as a global glut of semiconductors continues to hurt its core memory sector. Sales are expected to drop 22.3% to $45 billion. South Korean chip makers, led by Samsung, have experienced record profits in recent years as prices have skyrocketed, but the global economic slowdown has harmed memory sales. And the last known pair of Rembrandt portraits in private hands sold for more than $14 million at Christie's in London, nearly 200 years after they first went under the hammer at the same auction house. The paintings, which are thought to date back from 1835, had been expected to fetch between $6 and $10 million, but the hammer came down at $14 million. The 20-centimeter high oval portraits depict an elderly plumber and his wife painted in an unusually intimate style for Rembrandt. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.